our reviews, this time on one of the cracking little fish models. This is basically level 510, it's the FishTail model, again made in their standard construction, parabolic rail, balsa wood rail all the way around. Bit of a mixture this board, it's a bit of a hybrid, lots of old school features within the model, within the shape, but also combined with very modern construction and obviously a few modern concaves underneath as well. Basically only really available in the smaller size of this board. This is a 510, this particular model. You can start off with a 5.6 and they'll go up to 6'2". So obviously better suited to smaller surf. They'll go really good in weak average surf, but still fly in 3 foot, 4 foot, good decent clean surf. So versatile little fish. Obviously wide point way forward on this board, very flat entry rocker. So that's just allowing the board to get into the waves nice and early. Possibly even be sitting with the longboards just sitting on this model. So you get into the waves nice and early, then throughout the actual rail of the board you can see we're getting relatively thin towards the tail. So that's just keeping it as manoeuvrable as possible in the tail shapes, a nice long flowing arc down to the tip of the tail. So we've got no stingers, there's no interruption to that constant curve through the tail edge of the board. So that runs into a deep swallowtail. This is like your old school swallowtail. Obviously you can see the wooden string around the edges, and underneath we've got a keel fin setup. So this particular board comes with the FCS, but I think you can get the futures as well now. Obviously you'll get a keel fin. It'll be a lightweight keel fin, which is just going to lend itself really well to the manufacturing process that basically allows these boards to be very good in strength to weight ratio. If you've got a smaller board like this that's quite wide, it's obviously going to be not as flexible as some of the thinner high performance boards. So a good overall fin for this board is a fin that's going to create decent flexibility but still be lightweight, still going to work in smaller surf, it's not going to weight the board up. So for that reason we wouldn't recommend riding this with the big wooden fins. Stick with the lightweight keel fins and you'll find it perform a lot better. The actual edges through the board, super curved rails up towards the midsection, very rounded, very smooth, and that's just making the board forgiving, allowing it to be turned easily when not moving at high speed. So again, it'll suit the intermediates, but as you get your feet further back, as with any board, it's going to become more manoeuvrable and we start to ride off this sharp edge. So a good thing about these epoxy firewires, they can get a really good edge in the tail, just gives you a good bite through your turns, good positive feel to the board as well. So beautiful old school keel fin there. Rocker wise, flat in the centre, pretty flat through the back as well, fairly flat up front here. That's just keeping the board nice and fast. It's also helping wave entry again. Then as we get down towards the tail of the board, we've got a definite scoop through either side of the fins. We've got a raised section through the centre here, and that's allowing the board to rock from one fin to the other. So we've got a raised section through the centre and then 2 scoops either side, which is helping force that water through the board, increasing the thrust. But with the twin fin setup, these boards are fantastic to ride in smaller, weaker surf, incredibly fast, really good fun to ride, and it's a cracking addition to any quiver. If you just ride thrusters, then jump on a board such as this for your small average surf and you'll have a blast. Guaranteed to be surfing with a smile on your face. The smaller board, the 5'6", and the next 2 models up are going to be suitable for the lighter weight surfers, more advanced surfers, and then other end of the spectrum, the 6'2", they're obviously for your heavier guys or your more intermediate surfers. Essentially you want to be riding this board a good few inches smaller than what you ride normally, maybe even up to 4 inches smaller than what you ride as standard. But if you're looking for a high performance board, a small weak surf where you're going to keep your speed up, keep your turns going, then this would fit the bill very nicely. And if you're looking for a fish that's just going to catch you more waves, keep you out there when the surf's small and average, then likewise this will be suitable. But just be aware it'll still fly 3-4 foot clean surf, it's still going to go really good. So it's If this is your kind of thing, the kill fish, it will work in any conditions to a certain degree, and if you're after something to fly in smaller waves, then this would be the board we recommend. Thank you.